In the heart of America, there's a group on a mission to save excess produce from rotting in the field or spoiling in a landfill. Instead, it feeds hungry people who really need it. Our own Ashley Skinner finds out what happens after the harvest.
It is so beautiful out here. So where are we today?
This is Cider Hills Orchard. They are a real important partner for after the harvest because we work together to fight hunger and food insecurity in our area. We are a gleaning organization. We have a 3-tiered mission. We work to fight food insecurity, improve nutrition, and reduce food waste.
So what is the extent of the problem after the harvest is looking to find a solution to?
We have a serious food insecurity problem. In our region, 1 in 8 people in our community is food insecure. And when you talk about children, it's even worse. It's 1 in 6.
Wow.
Yes, 1 in 6 kids does not get enough food to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So that's one problem we work on. And the other one is food waste. And when we talk about food waste, 52% of produce grown in our country doesn't reach a human consumer.
That's unbelievable.
It is. It's staggering.
So who are the individuals who receive this food?
We work with agencies across Kansas City to get our produce out to food pantries and soup kitchens and just agencies all around the metro area.
Harvest is a food bank that we serve the hungry in 26 county area, 16 counties in the state of Kansas and 10 in the state of Missouri. Harvest has been in operation over 40 years. We have over 216 square feet, and that's including warehouse and warehouse space and office space. I always tell people, what would it be if we stopped getting donations coming in today? This whole product that you see right now in our warehouse here in Kansas City and Topeka, we would deplete over 5.7 million pounds in 3 weeks if we stop product coming in today. And the relationship with after the harvest is very valuable to harvesters. They obviously help us to provide fresh produce to the people that we serve. The fresh food is great for us to hand out to our agencies, for them to hand out to their clients. Statistics that shows that children learn better when they have produce available in their diets.
I know there's a lot of people who might not be familiar with what gleaning is.
Really?
Can you share with us what is gleaning?
Gleaning, the term is an ancient term. It actually, you'll see it in the Bible. It's it's actually the act of saving the corners of the field and not harvesting twice, but giving people who are food insecure the opportunity to get the gleaned produce and eat it for themselves.
So if it wasn't for after the harvest and other gleaning groups like this, a lot of this food would be
wasted. Yes, but food is wasted for obscene reasons. A bell pepper with 4 bumps on the bottom is graded out. An apple is graded out because it's not big enough.
Yeah, and there's so many homes that need this. You know, we've talked about like the statistics of all these different homes of people who are food insecure. Let's talk about hidden hunger. How is after the harvest helping with that?
Hidden hunger is a real problem in our community. Sometimes it's easy to miss hunger because whenever people don't have enough money to buy the nutritious food they need, they end up getting filler food, a high calorie, no nutritional value, things that will fill the belly without nourishing the body. We address that hidden problem by getting produce free to agencies. We work with 620 plus agencies throughout the metro area, actually in a 26-county area. Hidden hunger is a really big problem because people don't see it. They think of hunger as being a third world problem. There's hunger right here in our community and in every county in our community as well.
So we'll stop right here. There's a lot of great apples on the ground.
Oh, wow. Yeah, these are beautiful.
Yeah. This is a U-pick orchard, and this orchard has customers out mostly on the weekend. They come and pick the apples, and then anything that is left behind, the tree drops perfectly good apples, as you can see.
Yeah.
And we pick up the apples that are on the ground, check to see how they look. That one's got a little bit of a spot. It could go to a kitchen. They could cut that piece off and make applesauce, apple pies. But the nice thing about apples is a perfectly ripe one just drops right off the tree. These are some great apples.
Wow.
And those are going to feed a lot of hungry people.
So who are the volunteers that help out with after the harvest?
We have volunteers of all kinds. They're all ages. Really, anyone can volunteer, and it's a lot of fun for everyone to be out on a farm or in the orchard or in the field. Just being out in nature and able to see things growing. We have a lot of kids that come out, and some of them have no idea where that apple came from, or where, oh, that grows on a tree, or that, how that grows. And it's really cool to experience.
That's amazing. It's great because this is like an ancient practice that has such current relevance,
Yeah, exactly. Gleaning goes way back. It's happened mentioned in the Bible. It's happened in medieval times where the farmers would leave food in the field. After they've harvested, they'd leave some behind for people who couldn't afford food to come and collect.
I retired, and when I retired, I decided to give back, and so I decided to start gleaning and helping out with after the harvest. I hate to think that a large segment of the produce that is grown goes to waste. So if I can do a little bit to rescue part of that and get it back to people that are hungry, I'm more than happy to spend the time.
So what happens next after you harvest all this fruit?
So what happens next is our volunteers and staff take this to people that can eat it. So we work with hundreds of different agencies in our area, food kitchens, food pantries, and our local food bank harvesters to take this food out to people who can eat it.
So the next step in the process, we've gleaned this produce. It comes here to harvesters. They're our largest distribution partner, and we donate about 3.8 million pounds every year to harvesters. And they distribute that to all different agencies all around the area, and that helps feed a lot of people and ends up on a lot of hungry people's table. So today we just brought a truckload of nutritious edible squash, pumpkins and squash. So a lot of people like to use these as decorations for fall and winter, but they'll last all through the winter, and it's really nutritious food that lasts for many months, feed a lot of people.
So we are in this beautiful orchard. It's so lovely. But what are some other crops that after the harvest has been able to glean?
Well, actually, we in our gleaning program gleaned 72 types of produce this year so far. 72 types. And that is, we glean everything from apples to zucchini. A to Z. And we glean everything from blueberries to watermelon. So we're all over the place. We work with more than 100 local farms. To go into their orchards and fields after they've harvested and get what's left.
That's amazing.
Yep. So it's wonderful, fresh, vine-ripened, sun-ripened food, and it's amazing to eat.
So you guys have done such amazing work so far, but what are your plans for the future with After the Harvest?
I see our organization growing. We serve 26 counties right now. We're the only gleaners in our community. We're the only gleaners in our region.
Wow.
So we perform an important service.
And I love that you're part of a national network.
That's right. Most of the gleaning organizations are located on the coasts, in places where a lot of produce is grown. So we have gleaning organizations in Washington State, Oregon, California, all across the South and Southeast where produce is grown. Hunger is not going away anytime soon. And
neither is your work,
right?
right?
Neither is our work. We will be here to help glean farmers' fields and orchards